A day with Caleb here. Probably a little too warm for a hoodie, but we are at Last Chance Goodwill. Hopefully they've restocked. I'm not sure since we've been here last time, but let's go in. Probably the music will be blaring, but if I can speak, voiceover maybe. That did well with the 4K bargain, so I might do a little voiceover. If not, you'll see me in 10 to 15 seconds, depending on how much I film. But hopefully we find some things. Power positivity. We did Last Chance. We got a ton of stuff. We're gonna cut to the pickups portion now. We are back from Last Chance Goodwill, and we're just going to dive right in. Some VHS, quite a few DVDs, although this is not even half of what I picked. Usually I pick what I think or might need, and then I go through it, weed out ones that I have already or don't need, and then I take that away, and then I whittle or check disc condition, and then that weeds out a lot. So you start with a big stack, and then you whittle down to a smaller stack, but we did get quite a few things. We'll start with the VHS, which I believe are 25 cents, and the DVDs are 50 cents at Last Chance. So, To Catch a Thief, Cary Grant, Grace Kelly, based on the novel, directed, of course, by Alfred Hitchcock. I do have this loose, so this is kind of a placeholder until we actually get a DVD with the artwork. Then didn't know anything about this Ted Danson Cousins. And on the stick, this is the bane of my existence. I wish I had an example, but the little side color stickers, those are great. They come right off usually. Sometimes you have to pry, but these things, it's like they're made with super glue or something. They just stick to the case, and they're bigger than a side sticker would be. You don't need all this info. Anyway, that's a side tangent. Luckily, none of the, I think one DVD had a sticker like that, but I was able to get off. Tried getting that off, but that would take a lot of work. Then a clamshell, Hidden Fortress, looks pretty neat. That image alone sold me. Hopefully it's not trash. You never know with kids movies, but it looks pretty decent. It looks like a neat idea anyway. Then we'll get to the DVDs. The women, for whatever reason, I promise you I had this, I thought. But look at all this star-studded cast. I thought I had this. Maybe I'm mixing it up with, there's another one where there's like three on like a group shot. Maybe that's the woman, but it has a group too. Maybe that's with Al Pacino. Comment if you know my train of thought. But this has Meg Ryan, which I'm a big Meg Ryan fan. Did not have this. The only annoying thing, this is a flipper disc, and someone wrote with permanent marker. You can still use the underside, and that might not affect playback. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I still wouldn't use permanent marker. So we got the woman, then Crazy Stupid Love, Steve Carell, Emma Stone, Kevin Bacon. Then Eastern Promises, again I have a loose disc of this, did not have the artwork. Without a Paddle, have this on VHS, so that is an upgrade. And surprisingly, most of these that I got are in good condition as far as the disc, minus, the permanent marker. How to Deal and Raise Your Voice. Had Raise Your Voice, but it was printed case. Did not have the Mandy Moore How to Deal, so that's a cool double feature. Domino have on VHS, so that is a good upgrade there. Twisted did not have at all, which is weird. Ashley Judd, Samuel L. Jackson. The director's cut of Johnny Depp in Crybaby. John Waters directed Crybaby. Did not have that at all either. Then Rebound, upgrade from VHS. This is the old movie gallery. You can see $14.99. And this was near the end of the VHS cycle. Not the last VHS release, but one of the last. And the VHS goes for 15 to 20 bucks. So I'll probably pop that up. Usually I don't really look into VHS unless they're horror VHS. Sometimes I'll scan one or two, just to see if it's worth anything. Usually they're not, but I guess since this is around the end of VHS. Speaking of, I have a stack over there reselling. I thought about doing a video, but probably not. But Waiting, the Ryan Reynolds movie, that was in end of 05, 06, and that was like right at the end. And the only one I found comp-wise on eBay, sold comps, was $150, but that one was sealed. So I will list that because I do have it on DVD, but what did I list it on? List price-wise, 100? Would that sell? I don't know. And then if you ever found Just Friends on VHS, that's like the very end of the VHS cycle. That one goes for like 200 pre-owned, which is crazy to me. So I guess check your VHS, because some of them might be worth popping on eBay or Mercari. Rachel McAdams in The Time Traveler's Wife did not have that at all. Then this is cool. Manny and Lowe, never had heard of it, but I saw Scarlett Johansson is in this. Maybe one of her very first roles. She looks pretty young here, but never had heard of it, but Scarlett Johansson, obviously I'm picking that up. And this was brand new sealed, but I went ahead and opened it to check the disc. Then Radio had that on VHS. This one, as far as the VHS, doesn't go for a whole lot, but you always check. Run Lola Run, I had this loose in a case, so good to get that artwork. And then on my way out of the store, I I kind of scanned the movies 2 or 3 times. I weeded out what I didn't need. I weeded out the horribly scratched, and there was one that was like broken in half. So I obviously took those to the side because I'm not going to pay for anything scratched or broken. Then kind of just looking through, making sure I got everything I wanted, and I just kind of turned and went through the toys. The toys are kind of behind the movies. And then this caught my eye. I never finished the film all the way through, and I'm sure that's a lot of people did not make a lot at the box office, but Wish, the goat from Wish, what's his name? Does it say his name? Valentino? Is this Valentino? You know, I wouldn't know for sure. That's what it says. Walk and talk Valentino. Huh. And then the girl's name, is it Asha? I only know that because we walked through Epcot before our passes expired, and they had a meet and greet with her, and they had to put a sign out there because nobody knew who that was. But I saw this, and with tags, it's not like it's new, but it's not brand new. Like, obviously, there's some wear and tear, but it has all 3 tags. And I was worried because the battery, I couldn't obviously check the batteries, but I took them out and I don't see any corrosion or anything. The batteries were just some cheap knockoff brand, so probably died at some point. So we'll pop this in. Maybe if I remember, I'll show this working. But he goes for like $18 to $30, and I got him for $1 at Last Chance. So always on the lookout for finds. We obviously paint for a living, but there are some slow days, some days where you don't have much going on. So kind of a side hustle I started. Well, I really got into it probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. I really got into it. I had 2 eBay stores. I would go to Smiley's this way. Smiley's every weekend. I had 3 or 4 people that I bought movies from, and then I would flip rare ones online to sell. And I would hit up the local Goodwills, find box sets and things that were worth a lot of money, pop those up, sell them. I would sell off stuff I didn't need. My Super Nintendo I sold because I have the mini with, I think, all or most of the games in it. So you never know. I looked and saw the tags. I'm like, I'll look that up and just see. Sometimes plush is hit or miss, but I figured with the movie kind of in people have a love-hate, it probably, since they didn't sell me, probably pretty rare. So it's not anything crazy, but I'll pop it up once I test it, because the thing with battery operated, if you don't test it and make sure it works, people will ask for a refund in a hurry. I lost a lot of money on the Rocky, like, punch 'em, sock 'em thing, where he moves and says phrases. My cousin gave me that to sell, and I never checked the battery compartment, which is not a wise move. Just while I was starting out on eBay, I was trying to drum up some sales, and the guy that bought it, he saw the corrosion didn't work, and then in shipping it kind of got jostled around. So even if I could get him to work, which he could still say stuff, it wasn't fully functional. So I had to eat the money on shipping. I had to refund him. So lost a lot of money on that. But you gain a valuable lesson. Always check for battery corrosion and test your battery operated stuff, and always check condition and put that in the description. This is an eBay tutorial. But like, subscribe, share with a movie lover, comment your favorite thing down below. Do you resell? And keep collecting.